あ、これ声やばいな、今日。あ、そうそう、忘れたな。7月10日か、やった。懐かしさすらあるわ、もう。っていうか、ずっとネットワークの設定してたけど、なんか、使ってるネットワークがシェアするのに遅すぎる速度ですって言ってて、ずっといろいろ試してたけど、このなんやこれはブロードキャストやなってさっき気づいて、ブロードキャストをしたら何の問題もなく進んで、ふう、そういうこともあるね。肩と喉と心と頭のラプソディ。
声。ワクワク。
これやっぱりあるよな、その読み込みが結構ゆっくりやから、恐怖心というよりゲラになる。話があれよな、ここに来たぜみたいな。
鼻声。
走るが、このボタンか。オッケーオッケーオッケー。見て、
Let the police do their
見
work.
て、ブラッドリー・ジュンス。
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
へいへいへい。
This
サービスエリアで見てます。
サービスエリアで見ないでください。事故りますよ。
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me. These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always.
ブラッドリー・ジュンス。
And you.
歯並びが綺麗やねんな。
What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
口汚れ
I
が
like
な
you,
い。
so I'll be frank with you.
やば、初め
Don't
て
go
聞い
near
て
the
もらえた。
place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something.
Only a specialist would know what killed it.
マジか、医
Don't
学
put
足
that
りひんの
beast
か。
back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
へい。
Cops.
Hey,
They can't
hey.
understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
へいへい
Forget
へい
it.
へい。
Nobody listens
どう
to
して
us
け？
anyway.
俺を
That's
通せ。
no way to treat an omen.
俺をそっちに通してくれ。絶対13章とかで
It's a
やったる
sign.
かな。13章とかでな。
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
現在日本で禁止法が出た時にどれだけの人が守れるかっていう。 まりました。
Hey, be careful.
キャットちゃん。
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
1周目はこれすまないと謝って、すまないとかやりすぎたぜとかなんか言って、なんかしゃあないなみたいななったから、次は俺じゃないぜって。
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
成功したのかな、失敗なんかな。まあええわ。
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my
ダメみ
bar.
たいですね。
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
ミッチェル氏ほんまにただのいい人よな。
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
いや、そんなん決まっ
Screams.
とるやん、夜に酒
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
夜に叫び声。もう決まっとる。
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
ストレンジャーを旦那って訳するの結構ええな。
The miraculous catch. Apparently,
奇
the
跡の獲
most
物
significant
キラー
event
が
of
希
the
望して
last
ダークウォーターを
80
危険
years.
から救ってくれた。希望してたところだった火曜の午後遅くスキルの乗組員あるいはその残党がダークウォーター島に戻った効果。島民たちは追悼にもうええわに駆け寄り島最後の砲撃戦を迎えた。勇敢なる船が積んだ目を疑うほどの獲物に驚嘆する人々。強大なハークチラーの対抗をしのぐ。それはすでに奇跡の獲物と呼ばれ、デッキを埋め尽くしてもまだ余って船体からはみ出すほどであった。生き残った船乗りたちはその死闘を語る。その肉だけでなく品質も栄養も無類のものであった。このクジラの筐体でダークウォーターの多数の島民が食にありつけ、この土地に蔓延していた飢饉が終わるのは間違いない。貸し倉庫。マークス氏が漁業工房保管用に倉庫を貸し出している。新聞経由で連絡するか、ツイートでいいかな。で、直接訪問してほしい。座礁クジラの特別な夕食。勇敢な捕鯨員たちの勘を祝し、座礁クジラの一同が特別に無料の宴会に招待しよう。家族や友人も誘い合わせて、キャットが振る舞う奇跡の漁獲をご賞味あれ。各人に漏れなく油一本の配布も用意した。見逃すことなかれ。キャットちゃーん。てか、これ、ブロードキャストでなんか配信し始めたんで、どっからやったっけ。そこまではちゃんとストーリーを追っていきたいけど。キャットちゃん。マジさ、キャットちゃんのさ、髪型がさ、イソップカールにしか見えへんくなってきたからさ、似合うやろな。
What?
ああ。
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
イソップカール、ガチャ。
出演するイソップカールはいいと思うぞ、私は。奴はおしとやかなだけじゃねえ。ヤクザだ。
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
自己紹介する。酒の密造に。すなにそっから入ると思うたか。
Manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
これ別に漁船っていうイメージはないけどな。
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
キャットポジション。
What a macabre souvenir.
これが何なんか正直私ちょっと無知すぎて分からへんねんけど。
What a macabre souvenir.
何これは。クジラの歯とか。え、
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
ああ、びっくりした。消えんのやめてくれる。へいへい。へいへい。へいへいへいへい。
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
お前が話しかけに来い言うたんやで、確か。
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
あ、さっきの義足か。ガバガバ。
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha, indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
見た。
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
ホーキンス、ホーキンス。私は
It
まだ見な
belonged
い
to
で
the
ください。
Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
車くやがんな。ヒントか。よし。よし。あ、いけるようになってる。というだけで
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble.
私はあそこの南京錠を開けたいんや。一周目でも壊しやがって。開け。イエス。やすじゃない。
There.
イエス。
Hello, old friend.
開いただと。
Somebody's stealing from the bootlegger's stock of liquor.
あ。以上。これあれなんかバイオハザードになった時にもなんか倒されてたやつ。セイント・ブレンダン。
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
オカルト成功すると結構わかんない色やな。オカルト上げててよかった。正気度削ってけ。へい、元気出して。あそこお酒あるよ。
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
何ラップバトルか。
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
安心せえ、もっと見てられへんことになる。
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
アリゲーター。
You could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who. I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks. Not even, and don't go looking there.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
What do you do? Okay.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
The badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay. Spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks. Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
That's fine.
There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
見てくれ、このちょこんと座ったおっちゃん二人。
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
キャットちゃんがあれやね、ヤクザ組織のめっちゃボスって感じやね、イソップガールが。人いねえじゃん。なんで、あ、この情報どこでもらえたっけ？どっかの誰かに聞いたら、ここの倉庫の地下のところから 36倉庫に入れるよっていうのが聞けんけど、忘れたから私が言う。
A handle. It must come from these old winches. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. This ratchet device seems to be usable. An old cogwheel. Rusty, but in working order.
Yes. んで、ここもなんやっけな、筋力テストかながあんねんけど、まあ一周目それ失敗
I could use this old winch to... Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
いったれ。
Damn.
ああ、もうやりやがったこいつ。もうお前やったな。どこが壊れとんねんマジ。はあ、もう一周目と一緒じゃ。もうまたトラウマ1個回収できひんのじゃ。ここのな地下に行かへんと知識ではないな。ここのトラウマのこの悪夢の次のやつがここの下やねんっていうのだけ私は知ってるねん。もう
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf? Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight.
3
What I've
周
got
目
to
だ
say
が
won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
でこれでなんか私は一瞬めっちゃ穏便に済ませようとして。
You don't have to do this.
Of course I do. And I'll even take pleasure in doing it.
筋力をテストした。ああ変わりませんわ。金的。
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
ここに捨てられるのレベル高いな。家の後ろやぞ。
Shysters, you're crazy!
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We get...
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm fascinated by the history of the whaling station.
Huh. You certainly don't lack style. But enough of the jokes. You reek of private eye. Who did you come for?
The Hawkins family.
Now why doesn't that surprise me? A little advice, though. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us. And they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Your small-time hoodlum number is starting to tire me.
My number? I thought I'd made myself clear. But we can go through it again if you didn't understand.
You took me by surprise. It won't happen again.
Oh, so amusing. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
I don't think I'm ready to pay the price.
As you wish. But I think you'll be back. Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
あんた今ブラッドリーちゃんのことバカにしたわね。激推しやぞ。激推しピ。
We saw this guy poking around here.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh. Okay.
うい。うい。鍵持ってへんのかい。
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. What happened here?
パンチでしょうね。孫うことなき左手でのパンチでしょうね、これね。あれですね、ゲーセンやと思ったパターン。
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
持ってこうぜ。あ、返そうか。マジ神絵師やん。神話の話だけにね。Open the door.
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
1回目はなんかお互い協力しましょうとか言っていい感じやって、これやる勇気はないな、ちょっと。
Wound up? You mean messed up?
Dog. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
実際あんだけさ、上にあるとこに住んでしまったらさ、なんかこうあれよな、景色はいいし、まあ静かやろうし、ただコンビニ行ってくるわで自転車で1時間やろうな、間違いなく。買ってきたアイス全部溶ける感じ。
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go, right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
これで、1周目は一緒に来てもらったから一回断ろう。
You stay here and keep an eye on things.
Okay, but don't get the impression that I'll leave you alone inside the mansion.
Jeepers. Poe's prophetic raven.
おい、なんて言ってん。なんて言ってん。もうさ、長押ししたらさ、即座に手離さへんとさ、なんだ、一番最初のテキストちょっとなくなんでやめてほしい。で、ブラッドリー先生こっちに来て、お墓になんかすごい挨拶し始める。
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
そのようですね。
Poor kid. Poor kid. The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. I'll have to find another entrance. This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
ちょろ。こういうところでね、海見ながら食べてっていうのってええよね。悪いけどこっちさんそんなしてもらうよ。
This gate is locked. The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
見られたらぶっ殺されへんこれ。
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself. Bourbon. Empty, of course.
ドラゴンクエストの勇者かよ。見られへん。持ってこうぜ。ちょっと入れなさそうやな。一回買っちゃうと。ダメそう。戸締まりじいさんすげえな。よかった、こっち来たことなかったからこれでよかった。お待たせじいさん。うわ、
Pierce, shall we enter?
なんでその普通の
Now,
You're right. Let's go.
断ったはずや。
I'm coming with you. There's no way I'll leave you alone in there without a watchful eye.
あー、オッケー、そういうことね。右の影なんやねんな、あれ。も わかんねん。もう最近もうフードかぶってる人イコール依頼クラークになってきてんねん。もう依頼クラークなんじゃ。でも時間ちょうどいいし、ちょうど1時間ぐらいやし、このぐらいにしとこうかな。全然緊迫せんかったな。
Follow me. I know the place.
いや、こんなもんにしてやりますか、ブラッドリー巡査に免じて。よし。えっとよし。じゃあまた近々続きやろう。今度はもう1ヶ月空けへん。やるぞ。もうアウトラストのところが本当に嫌なんじゃ。めんどくせえんじゃ。 RTA 見ようかな。あるかな。これ RTA やったらどうなんねやろ。まあいいか。よし。じゃあおつぽんした。